Canada. I want to go over to Canada. And the reason that I want to go over to Canada is because Canada is stupid right now. And the reason that Canada is stupid is because Trump had to suspend their trade talks because Canada didn't want to play ball. All right, so we're going to spend 10 minutes covering this. I want to make sure that I address this because this is important. All right, so obviously we know that Mark Carney is the new Canadian Prime Minister, recently replaced Justin Trudeau. Mark Carney is a worse version of Justin Trudeau in that he's super liberal. Super liberal. So Canada rejected to go over to conservative and to actually align with capitalistic policy, but instead they move further into socialism, right? And obviously we know that there's tariffs that is being levied against other countries, and Trump recently signed a deal with China. All right, so they have a deal with several other countries, including China in principle. The biggest thing that people were trying to say was that Trump would never win a trade war. Well, he has won it, and he's still getting tariffs, and he signed a deal with China in principle. But Canada said, we're going to take our chips off the table over the weekend, but now they're trying to restart the talks, and this is how it played out. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
Canada is rescinding a digital services tax on America's big tech. Economist John Lonsk with me. Do you think the US and Canada will reach a trade agreement very soon? Because they rescinded this tax after President Trump threatened big-time tariffs.
Yeah, they responded, I guess, in the way Trump was hoping for. However, the problem remains. I think the Canadian trade negotiators pointed out that they are going to take their time reaching an agreement with the United States. So they're in no big hurry. You know, after all, I mean, I find it hard to believe because right now, I think aluminum exports from Canada to the United States are being hit with a tariff of about 50%. I believe it's a very stiff, high tariff, but that's got to be hurting a lot of U.S. users of aluminum product. You know,
but on the other hand, I mean, isn't there this deadline? I think it's July the 9th, isn't it? Mm-hmm. If they don't meet the deadline, if the Canadians don't, Trump will just put more taxes on them, more tariffs on them.
And I'm pretty sure that that's going to make some users of Canadian exports in the United States quite angry. They're going to put up.
Remember when Canada said that they wasn't going to use like American stuff, and the grocery stores or the liquor company was trying to remove all of the stuff from the shelves, and nobody gave a fuck? I mean, nobody cared. Ash, I'm working on it. I promise you, big dog, I'm working on it. And nobody cared because nobody was affected. Not any company was affected as a result of it. I think that of all of the countries, maybe save for Mexico, right? And Mexico has one up on Canada because Mexico tends to get more tourism because Mexico has better weather than Canada. But save for maybe Mexico, Canada probably is in the worst position to negotiate tariffs or a trade deal with the Trump administration. And there's so many reasons why. I mean, you can literally pick one. Well, there are neighbors to the north. They're super liberal. They basically depend on us militarily in order for for them to have their safety and protection. Their population isn't as booming because they do have worse and harsh weather conditions. They think that we need their potash. And so, even their industries where they have a lot of manufacturing inside of Canada, a lot of it is dependent on the United States of America. So, for example, if you take their automakers, Canada doesn't have their own automaker. It's one of the things that I was paying attention to when I went to Mexico. And when I went to Mexico, I was looking around and I realized that they didn't have any of their own industries as far as manufacturers and companies doing business. And I'm sure that Canada has some, but they don't have any big players, right? They don't have a car manufacturer. They don't have a real technology company that is created and headquartered in Canada like that. They don't have a Google. They don't have a Ford, Chrysler, GM. And so even when it came to negotiating for the UAW, which they call themselves Unifor, that's their union, is Unifor. Leapfrog off the UAW, Unifor. Their agreements is with our automakers here in the United States of America, right? And no country is in a worse position than Canada to negotiate against Trump. Not one country. So much so that Trump didn't even have the nerve to say some of the things that they said about the Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, which largely got him ousted. Trump single-handedly got him ousted by calling him the governor of Canada. He called him the governor of Canada. Real talk. And so they depend on us so much. And to see them becoming problematic and Trump having to threaten them with way bigger tariffs is hilarious to me because it's like you are in no room and no position to negotiate. What are we talking about here?
Quite a fuss. It's going to increase costs, and that might lead to higher prices for American consumers and fewer jobs in those industries that use Canadian imports.
Canadians cave. Because they're vulnerable.
And they might because their economy is doing poorly. It's expected to grow by only 1.1% according to the consensus. However, the same consensus says U.S. growth should only be 1.5% in 2025 and roughly 1% in the second half. So that's not helping out our cause as far as negotiating tariffs. It's got to be, I think this is worth mentioning, Stuart. The world growth outlook is horrible. Mexican growth 2025, 0. A goose egg. That's what they're looking for, the consensus. I think less than 1% for the EU, and what their look is horrible. It's got to be, I think this is worth mentioning, Stuart. The world growth outlook is horrible. Mexican growth 2025, 0. A goose egg. That's what they're looking for, the consensus. I think less than 1% for the EU, and UK is about 1%.
We're headed for a golden age. Let's just leave it at that. Okay.
We are. And I've been telling y'all this, and I've been preaching to y'all that America is about to boom. And that's why we had to get everybody out of here, because everybody can't take advantage of the things that we are owed. As a people, as Americans, from our legislators, we should not be continuing to subsidize the world at our own expense. Have y'all ever, I'll give it to you like this, right? Have y'all ever seen a man that works his whole life but never really gets to see the fruits of what it is that he worked for? He worked his whole life, and then once he retired, he dies. That's what we were on the path to as Americans. We were the father that basically shepherded and made sure that everybody is good, but we never really got a chance to go and pick up the Corvette that we want during our midlife crisis. He just worked and kept his head down. And the only thing that they said at his funeral was, he's a good man. He was a good man, but he never really benefited. Like he never really got his cake. He never really benefited. You know what I'm saying? And so now we are in an era, or thank God we dragged y'all to the finish line, because we are about to boom. We are going to make so much money. Anything you did before now doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Let's go clean slate on them. Let's go clean slate on them, guys. If you fumbled this year so far, this first 6 months, no worries. No worries. There's going to be so much money to be made. There's going to be so much money to be made. If you messed up to this point, no worries. No worries. Today is a new day. Today is a new day. If you tricked off a bag, let that little funky chick have that little bag. We ain't tripping off of that. We're not going to cry over spilled milk. We got new bags to get, but we got the learn lesson to go along with it. If you didn't capitalize on all of the first go rounds and you was broke, that was the thing that really bothered me in some of these .com bubble bursts and stuff. I was like, man, I wish I would have been as serious. I wish I would have been as dedicated. I wish I would have been as prepared. I wish I was ready. I wish I had the same mentality that I'm teaching my bag chasers today, because I would be even richer. You know what I'm saying? Be even richer. And it's like, all right, time to put the kids to sleep. Time for daddy to ball. That's a good one, Frontline. That's a phenomenal. Failure is a bruise, not a tattoo. Time for daddy to ball. It's time. It's our time. It is our time. I was talking to Jerry. Shout out to Jerry. I was talking to Jerry at the meetup, and me and Jerry was kicking it. And Jerry was acting all sheepish and like, because, I just, things could be better sometimes and all of this. You know how women do when they act sheepish or whatever. And I was trying to convey to Jerry a little bit because somebody had came over and they had kind of interrupted our conversation. It was like, hey, Tom, whatever, whatever. And so my energy be going in all different ways. But I try to have in-person conversations with people a lot of times because I'll be trying to understand them. And I was just telling Jerry, I was trying to convey to her, and one of the things that I was going to say to her without giving away too much, because we was talking in general. It wasn't any specifics, but we was just kicking it. We was in a little corner kicking it. And I said, Jerry, listen, it's up from here. It's up. Like, it is straight up. Don't be sitting there talking about, oh, I spilled milk or whatever, or oh, I didn't know, taking a break for mental health and all of this stuff. We not doing no more breaks. No more breaks, no mental health, no none of that. No breaks, no mental health, not taking time off to get ourselves. No, it's all up. We all gas. Chasers. Forget what Canada is saying. We don't care nothing about Canada anyway. Chasers. From now on, from here, for the next 3.5 years, we can rest after that. We all gas, no breaks. All gas, no breaks. We gonna run that up. We running it up. We gonna take care of business. We gonna get to that bag. We gonna have a good time, and we gonna make it happen. We gonna rest later. All gas, no break. No misses, no none of that. No misses, no none of that. All gas, no breaks. Let's get to it, y'all. Whatever happened prior to this, I don't care if you woke up broke today and you waiting for your next paycheck. On your next paycheck, we gonna make it do what it do. We gonna make the play. We gonna make the play. We gonna have a good time, but we gonna run up a bag while we doing it. And this is an unprecedented time of opportunity that we not gonna miss. I'm not gonna let y'all miss this one. If you were in the last live stream last week, and we got a stock club coming up this week, so if you're not a part of the Patreon, join tomorrow. If you are not a part of that AI live stream, make sure you go and rewatch it. It's up there, the latest live stream. If you're not a part of the Discord, make sure you tap into the Discord. The link to the Discord is in any of the most recent, in the description of any of the most recent videos, and we all gas, no breaks, man. All gas, no breaks, fam. I don't care. Listen, everything is forgiven. Everything is under the rug. Whatever happened going forward, everybody has a clean slate. And let me say this also, because I keep on getting this, and I don't know who this is for. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Stop holding on to anything that you may have done. Make it right and then forgive yourself. Make it right and then forgive yourself. Go and talk to the person that you did dirty. If you did yourself dirty, talk to yourself. Because a lot of us have missed because we so caught up in our own feelings, our own lives. We let the past, we let people, whatever, go on, and you holding on to that. Let it go. If you fumbled a situation, let it go. You fumbled a good job, let it go. You fumbled a person, let it go and move forward today. We letting the past live in the past. That is not a determination for who we are going to be in our future. Let it go. Forgive other people because you basically allowing for them to steal your life force because you so focused on what somebody else did to you. And then forgive them and forgive yourself. Forgiveness is for you. It's not for the other person. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. It's not about what everybody else think about you. We're going to live life as though we have no clothes on. No embarrassment. No embarrassment. We're going to do the best we can. We're going to take care of ourselves. We're going to do what we're supposed to do to run up a bag, and we're going to enjoy life. Forgive yourself. It doesn't even matter. Nobody cares about what happened in your past. You don't have to keep bringing it up. Don't come up to me talking about, well, this is what my past was. Oh, I was locked up. Oh, I messed up. Oh, I'm a baby mom, whatever. Forgive yourself. Let it go. Let it go. From here going forward, this is your life is this going forward. It's June 30th going forward. We're not going to fumble. We not gonna mess up. We not gonna live with regret. We not gonna get locked up. We not gonna do dumb stuff. We gonna make it work, and we gonna make it right. And we gonna absolutely have a great time doing it.